Hey everybody, Captain Algebra here, and I'm here with my monthly pickups. Find out what I pick up in the month of February after the break. Alright, so a very small month this month, trying to save some money for Too Many Games and Midwest Gaming Classic, as well as obviously having 2 kids now will put a damper on my spending. But let's get through this. First game is on the NES, Balloon Fight. So I picked this up because it is the next not-so-weekly retro challenge that was hosted by Mega Dan. So if you want to get involved, make sure you check out his channel. Entries have to be in by March 30th. So this was a black box game. Basically, it's very similar to Joust. You go around trying to knock the balloons off of people that are dressed like birds. It's kind of weird. And then they fall and either knock them out of the air, or once they land, knock them out before they can inflate their balloon again. And then once you get everybody, you move on to the next stage. And it increases the amount of people. It increases the amount of lightning strikes that happen. There's also fish in the bottom that can come and eat you. As well as the lay of the level changes as well. So it's a pretty fun game. I don't love the controls, but it's a classic game, and it's like a $20 game all of a sudden. So definitely pick it up soon. Next, picked up one Switch game this month, Super Meat Boy. So Limited Run is working with Best Buy now. This is one of the games that Best Buy was selling, so I pre-ordered it and got it the day of. I had never played Super Meat Boy, but I always heard how difficult it was. But and it is difficult at times, but it is very fun. What I like about it is it's so fast-paced that as soon as you die, you respawn immediately, and that you don't really have time to get frustrated. You go again, try again, try again, try again. And then once you beat the level, it's really cool. You can watch all your attempts all at once, and it's kind of funny to see the same places you die over and over again. And yeah, it's pretty good. But it's got a lot to it. There's like a part time that you beat, you get an A+ in the level, and that opens up the Dark World. There's bandages to collect, and that gives you other like different people you can be other than Super Meat Boy. So it's really fun, really addicting, but it's not really one of those games I want to play for a long time, just because it can get frustrating eventually. So I play like a little bit here and there and slowly making my way through the game. And then everything else is PS4. So first thing was from GameStop. They were doing everything $14.99 and under were 2 for $20, so I made sure I found 2 games that were $14.99. Because if you buy $9.99 games, there's really no point. You're not getting a deal. So first one, Hidden Agenda. So I kind of made a mistake on this one. I was reading the back, and it said it was from the makers of Until Dawn, which I've heard really good things about. And I got this home, and I was looking at it. Oh, it's PlayLink. So it's actually you have to use your phone while you play this, or a tablet. But it ended up being fine. Basically, you're this cop, and you're trying to figure out the trapper killer, and all your decisions kind of have like that butterfly effect. They affect something else. And basically something will come up on screen, you have to choose one or the other, and then that might influence what happens later on the level. Sometimes you have to shoot somebody, you can choose to shoot them or not shoot them, and again, that'll impact what happens in the game. And it's also something you can play as a team in story mode, so it's kind of fun. I definitely want to get through it, and just since everything can be changed depending on what your decision is, it's got a lot of replayability. So I figured for $10, not bad. The next game that went with that, Mora EX. This game I first heard about from Metal Jesus, and it's a side-scrolling shooter. Time is a really big part of it, so you can actually slow down time, but you can only do that for so long. But as you kill enemies, sometimes you get capsules to fill that time back up. I'm not really sure what is happening in the story. It seems like they're kind of like telling a story, and then you're playing the flashback of what happened. But it's a really fun shooter. You can get power-ups. You get different sub-weapons that help take out the bosses. And the bosses are really big, really cool. So far I'm really liking this game. And again, for $10, it's definitely worth it. Next game, Agony. So Agony was a game that came out, and I think a lot of people were disappointed in it. But Church, from the Game Grinder, he had played it, and he had good things to say about it. So basically it's like a walking simulator, and you're playing a person through hell. And you kind of have to, like, you're a tormented soul, and you have to, like, find your way through hell and avoid demons and the Red Goddess and stuff. So far, I've not very far into it, but I like how it looks. It's very gory. It's definitely an interesting game. I really want to go further and kind of figure out more what it's about and kind of get more into that story. and I only got it for $20, so I think that was worth it. Next is a game that everyone picked up last month, Resident Evil 2. So I had never played the original Resident Evil 2, so when this came out, I did buy it, but I wanted to play through the original game first, which I did. I had a lot of fun with it. That way I could truly appreciate the changes they made and what they kept the same and stuff. So I've only done the recording the footage. So basically I've done the intro and then just a little bit in the police department. So if you're watching this stuff right now, there's not really going to be any spoilers. But I love how it looks. You know, it plays very similar to Resident Evil 7, just like how the menu is and stuff, and the aiming, but obviously it's not first person. But so far I really liked it, and from what I've heard from other people that like loved the original Resident Evil 2, they said really good things about it. So I'm really pumped to try it out. Problem is, it's on my PS4, which is upstairs, so I don't get a chance to play that as much because sometimes my wife wants to be doing stuff up there, like watching TV or whatever, so I don't always get a chance to play it, but I'm definitely looking forward to get into it. And the last thing this month, the thing I was most excited for, I pre-ordered it 2 months ago from Strictly Limited. That's the Fox and Forest Collector's Edition. So, first things first, I want to show you what came in this. It's really, really cool. So it basically, it opens up and it's got this magnet on the side, and there's a soundtrack, there's an art book, there's stickers, and then obviously the game. And it's probably one of the cooler collector's editions I've seen. Like, I did not expect it to come in this big of a box. But basically what drew me to this is it's in the style of, you know, old 16-bit games, Genesis and Super Nintendo, and it's an action platform where you go around as Rick the Fox trying to save the forest. There's this mysterious 5th season that they're trying to figure out, and so seasons is a big part of this. So basically what's happening is you're going through the levels and you need to change the season sometimes to get through things. Like in the first stage, you change the season to winter if you need to cross some water, or maybe there's a beehive you need to get past, you turn it to winter, the bees go away. Next level, it's fall. So if you need to climb this vine, you turn it to fall, all of a sudden there's berries, you can climb up it. Or it's fall and the leaves are falling, so you can jump across those. It's really cool, you can get upgrades as you go. You have a crossbow and then like a melee attack, but you can get your melee attack to be stronger. You eventually get this double jump attack, which I suggest you get right away because it's very helpful. There's also potions you can get, different attacks against enemies or bosses. I've only played one boss, but it was pretty cool. It's got so far it's easy patterns to figure out, but they're nice and big. It's just really fun. You even use the season aspect to fight the boss. He shoots these yellow things at you, they're falling down, you change it to winter so they freeze, and you hit him with them. So it's really, really cool. Last time I checked, Strictly Limited had about 8% left in stock. So if you want to get this game, definitely check it out. It is digital as well, so if you are okay with that, you can do that. If you like physical, definitely check this out on Strictly Limited's website. People are already trying to scalp it on eBay. I noticed that the Nintendo Switch Collector's Edition was going for, someone who was asking $200 already for it. Even the regular versions, people are asking for $65, $70, and I think they sold it for $40. So definitely, if you're interested, check it out. It is a very fun game. So there you go. Those are my pickups for this month. Again, not a ton, but I got some really good games, and some of these games were even from pre-orders other months. So I didn't spend a lot of money, so I can keep saving up for Too Many Games and the Midwest Gaming Classic. So let me know what you think, as usual, and until next time, this is Captain Algebra, signing off.